We're just 4 months away from the release of Black Ops 6 Zombies, and there is so much hype surrounding its upcoming release. We already got a lot of returning features coming in, such as Classic Prestige, dedicated story crews, and Gobblegum. But I want to talk about this new feature that's coming in Black Ops 6 because honestly, this is probably one of the biggest things that can be introduced for Black Ops 6 Zombies, and that is the customizable HUD. As we've seen in the Black Ops 6 Direct, players will be able to customize their HUD however they want. You can put the minimap in any corner to even placing all the information in the middle of your screen. You won't believe me, but I have been asking for this feature for the past 6 years since the release of Black Ops 4, because honestly, the HUDs for zombies became a bit of an issue where there's either too much going on or it just doesn't feel like a zombies HUD. This became more of a necessity with the introduction of the minimap into the zombies HUD because while it is a great feature to help casuals learn the map and know where everything is, it kind of just ruined that mystery and that learning process that we used to go through in previous zombies iterations. In addition to that, the zombies HUD fell more in line with looking like the Warzone HUD, making it lose its charm and identity. That's why I started to advocate for this idea because zombies shouldn't feel like Warzone or MP. It should feel like zombies. And let's not bring up how they did this entire points pop up for Cold War zombies because I just don't like it when stuff covers up gameplay. And that just really takes me out the game. So, how do customizable HUDs solve this problem? Well, the simple answer is player choice. We as a player have the choice to customize our experience in Black Ops 6. If you want that casual experience, you can leave the minimap, all that stuff on. Whatever you choose to do, you can leave it on. But as a zombies hardcore player, if you want that original zombies experience, you want to have that nostalgic feel again where there's no mini map and stuff, you can turn it off, and that is just amazing. And I'm really glad this is going to be a feature because I already know on day one I'm turning off that mini map, and I'm going to be learning both permanence and Liberty Falls without the mini map. I'm going to do exactly what I did back in the day, BO4, Black Ops 3, BO2, etc. I'm going to learn the maps without getting my hand held throughout the game. I just believe this benefits everyone in the best possible way because players just have more freedom to do whatever they desire in their own game. However, this feature shouldn't just stop at allowing you to toggle certain elements. Let's take this a step further. We have had so many zombies maps in the past decade, which means we have experienced different iterations of the HUD. Why don't we take those different versions and include them within the customization options for Black Ops 6? Allow us to customize our own zombies experience. And this could be the start of something amazing for zombies. Imagine having the option to load up Terminus with the Black Ops 1 Zombies HUD, or loading up Liberty Falls with the Black Ops 2 HUD. The possibilities are endless with the introduction of customizable HUDs. And to add more to it, I just think Treyarch should definitely look into this. There is so many HUDs they can use. They can use HUDs from their own games, or they can even use ones from other games. They can do this. I want to see this, become a reality somehow. I don't expect it to see it at launch because, they probably didn't even plan about that. But you know what? I'm going to just leave that idea there and, let Treyarch decide if it's a possibility or not. Besides all the cool gameplay elements and possibilities this can introduce, customizable HUDs also provides players, but most importantly, content creators, the ability to turn off the entirety of the HUD. Now we can just capture screenshots of the various weapons and wonder weapons to use in Black Ops 6 without the HUD covering it. I can tell you that most creators had difficulty just trying to crop out a wonder weapon with the HUD covering it. That was my experience during Black Ops 4. It was so difficult for me, especially since I wasn't experienced with Photoshop at the time. Now I can just turn off the HUD, inspect the Wonder Weapon, capture a great screenshot, and just edit it without worrying about the HUD being displayed on it. While I did bring up the positives of this feature, I do have one concern, and this is my one question. What will the default HUD for Black Ops 6 Zombies be like? We have the options to toggle certain HUD elements. So will everything just be turned on by default? Now, if that's the case, that has to get reworked. So on Twitter, I asked for some ideas on the subject of the customizable HUD. And this tweet from Expert Fusion, who's a really great YouTuber, by the way, definitely go check him out. So he stated, I think the default HUD option should be as simplistic as possible. A lot of casuals won't even know about this customizable HUD feature. So their first impressions of gameplay will be whatever the default is. Don't want to turn them away from the game right off the bat. You nailed it on the head right there, expert. Thank you for the reply. I 100% agree with this because first impressions are very important when people first see the game and try out the game. Now, some people may say, well, casuals don't care about the HUD and they'll just play the game because it'll be fun regardless. And I'm going to say, I don't really agree with that. To further, explain why I don't agree with that, let's bring up an example here. So back in February, the Suicide Squad game dropped and their HUD just had so much going on. You can't even get a clear view of the actual gameplay. So this is exactly how it felt when we went from the simplistic zombies HUD like Black Ops 3 to something like Cold War. Now you're probably wondering why the hell am I bringing up the Suicide Squad game? That's not Call of Duty. Well, that game also has customizable HUD options. The options are there. However, even though those options were in place for everyone to use on launch, the damage was already done. A lot of people were turned off by the default HUD that they showed in their gameplay. And, that led to a lot of people just not buying the game. The first impressions for that game failed right off the bat. So, how does this example tie into our concerns for the Black Ops 6 Zombies default HUD? If the default HUD is basically just a newly updated one of the Black Ops Cold War HUD with no improvements at all, some people will definitely feel turned off by it because it just has a lot going on. Yes, the customizable options exist, and that is great. But just like Expert pointed out, most people wouldn't even know that and just assume the HUD is the HUD and nothing can be done about that. So, how can we tackle this concern and provide Treyarch with a solution? Let's start off with just making the most simplistic version of the HUD, following what previous zombies iterations like World at War to Black Ops 3 did. We're going to have our ammo counter, the point counter, the perk layout, the field upgrade, and the character icon with a zombies feel to it. We got to do that. It has to feel like zombies. So we're just making it very simple. It has to be simplistic. There can't be nothing covering the screen. Remember, this is going to be first impressions for the mode. We need to have that. It needs to be good. So this is going to be our default HUD. Now, I'm going to bring up something here. Casuals are going to play Black Ops 6. There's going to be a lot of new players coming in because of Xbox Game Pass. So, these new players, we definitely need to introduce a lot of those features from Black Ops Cold War, like the minimap and objective markers. However, we're not going to add those to the default HUD. What we're going to do here instead is offer the players a choice, and that is through preset options. So when you boot up zombies, we're going to present two options. We're going to present the classic option and the casual option. You can already tell the classic option is just going to be the simplistic HUD that we just designed first for this example here. So then casual will come in and also take that default HUD, but instead of just keeping it simplistic and stuff, it's going to add the mini map, the objective markers. It's going to add all those features that made the experience better for casuals. And I think this is a great idea here because it just gives the player choice. We are starting small and allowing the player to choose if they want to remain the same or take a step further and improve their experience by having those features that guide them within the mode. Like I said, customizable HUDs allow players to have a choice. You don't have to be forced to play a certain way. And that's how these games should be. That's how zombies should be. Give us a choice to play how we want. We've covered a lot in regards to customizable HUDs coming to Black Ops 6 Zombies, but now I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about customizable HUDs? Do you like my idea of bringing back old Zombies HUDs to use in Black Ops 6 as an option? What is your ideal default HUD for zombies? Let me know in the comment section below. Until the next one, this has been It's Perka.